Hello, scholars. I welcome you all on the behalf of the Pearl Education. And today I am going to do the paper analysis of English literature question paper of the morning shift that was conducted on 1st of October 2020. Before analyzing the paper, whatever the feedback that I have received from the various scholars regarding analysis of the various fields of English literature, they have said that around 42 questions were there from British literature in both the shifts, and from literary criticism and cultural studies, there were 26 questions. Some questions may be up and down, that out of 26, that may be 24 or 22. But this was the overall feedback that I have received from various scholars. Non-British literature, 5 questions were there. 5 questions were there from the evolution of English in India and Indian literature. 10 questions were there from the passage, and 6 questions were there from the research methodology, and the 6 questions were miscellaneous, like they have asked various terms. Now coming to a very good news that World Literature and Repeats, the best-selling book, 70 to 80% questions were asked from this book. That's really amazing, and I feel proud to be an author of this book. If you want to buy this book, you can search in Amazon or Flipkart, World Literature and Repeats, and you will get it. Now the price is reduced to 1100. You can also join me if you want to do the online coaching for English literature, www.thepearledu.com. Now coming to the analysis of the question, the first question was asked that which game is mentioned in the birthday party play by Harold Pinter. So Goldberg, McKinnon, Lulu, Meg, and Stanley, these characters decide to play the game. The name of the game is Blind Man's Bluff. So this was the right answer for this question. The second one was Diary of Samuel Pepys, cover the historical events. Then the Samuel Pepys diaries was covering the events from 1660, 1660 to 1669. It covers the various incidents like restoration of Charles II and plague of 1665 and the Great Fire of London in 1666. So the right option was plague and the Great Fire of London. Plague in England was started in 1665, and because of the Great Fire of London, this plague was eradicated. After that, in the very next year, in 1667, John Dryden wrote Annus Mirabilis, like that 1666 was the year of miracle. Annus Mirabilis means the year of miracle, that was written by John Dryden. The next was the theme of The Way of the World. All of you know that it's a restoration comedy or comedy of manners, talks about love and intrigue of Mirabelle and Miramelt, the protagonists of this play. Who coined the term aesthetics? It was coined by Alexander Baumgarten in 1735. Coming to the question number 5, who coined the term globalization? It was coined by Roland Robertson. The next question was, what was the source of the Duchess of Malfi? The source was an Italian novella, which was written by William Painters. Although it was a collected volume of tales, the title was The Palaces of Pleasure, published in 1567. Next question was, which mythological character appears in Dr. Faustus? It was Icarus. Coming to next question, in which book Adam and Eve fight with each other on the marital issues? Actually, after the forbidden fruit was eaten by Eve, and looking at the lust and physical beauty of Eve, Adam also eats the apple and they go for a sleep. When they wake up after the sleep, they start fighting with each other. The issue that why and who ate the forbidden apple. Eve blames Saturn, whereas Adam blames Eve for this fall of human beings. So this marital issue was fight was in book number 9. What two rivers are mentioned in Marvel's to his squire mistress? One was the Ganges and the other was Humber. Next question was, arrange them in the chronological order. They have asked about the various authors. So Langland was born first in 1432. Then after Chaucer is supposed to be born in 1440, and after that Dryden, Pope, Annie Bronte, and Oscar Wilde. So this was the right chronological order. The next was what is Langi? They have asked about Langi and Parol by Ferdinand de Saussure. So Langi is a whole system of language. Who emphasized acoriture feminine? Acoriture feminine. I've not got the right options. So the next one was what is paralanguage? Paralanguage is a non-lexical component of communication by a speech, like intonation, pitch, and speed of speaking, hesitation, noises, gesture, and facial expression. The next question was competence and performance. This was coined by whom? It was coined by Noam Chomsky. The next question was identify feminist text. Four options were given, and the right options were The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Gilman and A Room of One Spoon by Virginia Woolf. The next question was for matching. They have given different books and they have to match with their authors. One was Distinction. The subtitle is A Social Critique of the Judgment of Taste. This was a 1979 book by Pierre Bourdieu. The next one was Understanding Popular Culture by, this was by John Fisk. The next one was The Practice of Everyday Life. It's a book by Michel de Château that examines the way in which people individualizes the mass culture. And the last one was Consumption by Kevin Patterson. There might be some mistakes in the order, but this is the feedback that I have received from various scholars, as these all questions are based on memory. No official question has been declared till now. The next one was finding the chronological order of the various terms. The first one was Stream of Consciousness by William James in his Principle of Psychology, published in 1890. And Defamiliarization by Russian author Viktor Slavodsky in 1917, then Practical Criticism by I. Richards in 1929, and Arch Writing by Jack Derrida in his Of Grammatology 1966. Who are the two people associated with Epic Theatre? Epic Theatre was founded by Erwin Picasso and later on popularized by Bertolt Brecht. So these two are the right answers, Bertolt Brecht and Erwin Picasso. And there was a matching question like N or M. This was a detective fiction written by Agatha Christie. There was another work, C. C is a novel by Tom McCarthy. There were other two options also, but I have not got them. The next question was of a chronological order of different periodicals. The first one was Gentleman's Magazine in 1731. After that, it was Rambler by Samuel Johnson in 1750, Edinburgh Review in 1809, and Quarterly Review in Edinburgh Review in 1802, and Quarterly Review in 1809. And there was another chronological order of appearance of female writers: Afra Bain, Maria Ashworth, Jane Austen, and Virginia Woolf. So these were the correct chronological order of the appearance of these female writers. The next one was again finding a chronological order of the appearance of various works. The Country Wife by William Wycherley appeared in 1675, All for Love by John Dryden appeared in 1677. There were two more works that I have not got. The next question was Sir Mulberry Hawk. It's a character in, he is a character in novel of Sir Charles Dickens in Nicholas Nickleby. Then Aristotle in his Poetics talked about imitation of poetry. The next question was in which poem Philip Larkin laments the rape victim. So there was one poem by Philip Larkin entitled Deception, in which he talks about a rape of a girl. And the next question is who said this in Waiting for Godot? They give birth astride of a grave, the light gleams an instant, then it's night once more. So this is said by Pozo to Lucky. Then William Hazlitt in his My Acquaintances Poets. This was an essay by William Hazlitt, My Acquaintance Poet, in which he's talking about Wordsworth and Coleridge. So this was the option, and the right option is Wordsworth and Coleridge. What were the three types of poetry according to Philip Sidney? This was another question. The right answer is philosophical poetry, religious poetry, and poetry as an imaginative treatment of life and nature. So these were the right options. The next one is choose the metaphysical poets. The right options were John Donne, Andrew Marvell, Abraham Cowley, George Herbert. The sequence may be some disturbance in the sequence, but these are the metaphysical poets. Who said that blank verse is no verse at all? This was said by John Dryden in his dramatic poetry, an essay on dramatic poetry. Then the next one is 31. Which among the following is associated with formalism? Right option was defamiliarization. Again, we had a matching question. Heresy of Paraphrase by new critic Kenneth Brooks, then Bricolage by Claude Lévi-Strauss, Chronological by Mikhail Bakhtin. The next question, number 33, again a matching with authors and their works. Lamia by John Keats, Alastair by P.P. Shelley, Lady of Shalott by Alfred Tennyson, and Pied Piper by Robert Browning. Who said that a text should be interpreted in the context of historical and cultural aspects? The right option was Wolfgang Iser. Again, there was a chronological order of books and their appearance. So first appeared Modest Proposal by Jonathan Swift in 1729, A School for Scandal by R.B. Sheridan in 1779, Life of Poets by Samuel Johnson in 1779, and Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf in 1925. What are the sections of the essay, The English Mail Coach by Thomas De Quincey? As all of you know that there are 3 sections in the English Mail Coach: The Glory of Motion and The Vision of Sudden Death. These were the right option. The next question was again a matching pair with the term A Defense of Rhyme, which was written by Samuel Daniel, and Songs of Experience by William Blake, Advancement of Learning by Francis Bacon. So these were the authors and their books. These were the right options. There was another option which I have not got. The next question was Raja Ram Mohan Roy wrote a letter to promote Western education in India. And this letter was addressed to whom? And the right answer was, these were the 4 options: Lord Amherst, Bentinck, Lord Cornwallis, and Lord Curzon. The right option was Lord Amherst. According to 49 de Saussure, what sign denotes? The options were like only human or human and animal. Actually, sign denotes everything. It's a combination of signifier and signified. So sign can be anything because whatever the signifier indicates, the same concept is received by the signified. Then the next one was what is semantics? Semantics is the study of meaning. Then there was a matching of periodicals, like Montaigne, he wrote the periodical De Voix, and Bacon wrote Baron Verulam. There were some more options which I have not got. There was a passage, and there was several questions based on the passage. One question was, who said these lines to whom? So these lines were said by King Lear to Gloucester. So these 42 questions I have received from the scholars, and I really tribute heartfelt thank to all the scholars who contributed in retaining all these questions in their mind. You are really tremendous. Thank you so much for providing me this opportunity to share this question with all the scholars. So this was all about the 42 question papers, 42 questions of the morning shift, the first shift. If any other questions comes to me, I'll let you know. I'll share with you. Until the time, all the best to all of you. Thank you so much.